Spoiler alert for Billy Riggins.
Yeah.
But you know who didn't die?
Madam Web.
Or did she? I don't know.
I don't know.
You ask me.
Spoiler alert.
No, we're not doing spoilers just yet. I love our new like slow open where like we just say a bunch of nonsense until we're ready to like actually go into the show. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not good,
No.
but it's also not bad.
No.
You know what else isn't bad, Maggie?
What?
Us. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky things include Madam Web, the weekend box office report.
And the bomb that Marvel just gave us last week. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And
Some people like to say the FF.
FF.
I like to say the
F squared. F squared.
No.
FF.
Because this is the
Fast
Hopefully
forward.
Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I chit-chat about all of the awesome movie news from the previous week. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel like those fine folks, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can become a member and get exclusive access to exclusive content. Yeah, double the exclusive. Exclusive. Or you can get a verbal shout out, just like Strange Marvel Theories got for being our producer for the month. That's right, everybody. So, Maggie,
What's up?
happy President's Day.
Happy
Jaya.
President's Day.
Let me tell you, Maggie, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about President's Day while I send all these tweets
Jesus.
out? But not really.
Oh, I was supposed to say
I mean,
the reason
like-
why is because
like-
George Washington and Abraham's birthdays are in February.
Who's Abraham?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
You know Lincoln?
I thought
Abraham?
you were talking about like the Bible or something.
Oh. Congratulations to Jerianna for being a hopefully awesome member for 4 months. Quattro.
What's up, Jerianna?
What's up, girl?
You are a member for 4 months.
You
4 months and counting.
are
Crazy.
the bestest.
You are so...
Super Michael, the Mario Kirby fan. Hello. What's up? I miss saying
Hello.
the whole name. I kind of miss it, man.
I like it.
I
Like both ways.
I like it both ways too. I'm just saying.
You can be
I miss-
whoever you want to be.
It's true.
You can be whatever you like. I think I hit send on all this. Let me make sure and let me pull up.
Well,
the,
it popped up for Twitter.
Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me pull up the chat.
Trying to think. I mean,
What you thinking about, Maggie?
I don't know. Just all this Marvel news and all the speculations. Just, it's so nice.
You're trying so hard, and I love
I'm
it.
trying. I'm trying so hard.
I love it. You're great.
The fact that like people are already thinking Lady Deadpool's going to be
Oh
in it,
yeah,
I kind of hope it is. I hope it's Blake Lively.
could be. You know.
I really do.
Sorry, I was trying to. I think I'm here now. Yeah, I'm here.
He's
All right,
here.
I'm here.
Matt made it.
I'm with it, everybody. President's Day,
Why?
the day we celebrate those
Bill
fucking
Pullman.
assholes. No,
Bill
I'm joking.
Pullman.
No, like
Harrison Ford.
Bill Pullman, Harrison Ford,
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert,
From Monsters
Jamie
vs. Aliens.
Foxx,
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
yeah,
What was his name? Morgan Freeman from Deep Impact. That's another one. And
Congratulations to those presidents.
Here's one. Jerianna's cousin.
Oh yeah.
He was the president in Batman v Superman.
He was?
Yeah, his just a voice.
Oh, it's just his voice?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
Willems. Patrick Willems, the YouTube.
No,
person.
Patrick Wilson.
No, yeah. No, he's there. He was in Batman v Superman.
Jerianna reacting to Lady Deadpool. OMG, that would be so awesome if it was Blake Lively.
Well, who do you think would be... Who do you think would win?
Do you ever?
do you ever? No, who do you think would, I guess, win in a fight? I was gonna say like, who's hotter or something, but then I decided not to say that.
Uh-oh.
Who'd win in a fight? Lady Venom or Lady Deadpool?
Ah.
'Cause remember when Lady Venom made out with Eddie Brock and it was really weird. Shoved her tongue down his throat, but it's like it's also him though, because like it's Venom, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's the symbiote, which
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the symbiote's like been all up in Eddie. Like if you think about
Ew,
it,
gross, man.
I mean, they're one being. You know, like I mean, that means you don't just get inside Eddie Brock, okay? You get all up inside Eddie Brock, all right? Oh, yes, they expect one of us to have cavities, brother.
Like a turd in the wind.
Oh my God! Hey Maggie,
I eat lobsters raw.
it's time for the news.
Good news, everyone.
All right, everybody, listen up. We got some fun stuff for you. Okay, we got well, not really that fun, but we got the first story.
Oh, look.
There we go.
I'm failing on my job.
Bing, bing, bing. There it is. Maggie's in there. Don't worry.
I'm awake.
You got it. You got it, dude. You're nailing it. You're so nailing this. You don't even know it. You're like a hammer. How much you're nailing it right now?
Wow. I was very delayed.
Via Box Office Mojo, the numbers, and discussing film, here are the box office results for this past weekend of February 18th? I don't even know what day it is anymore. No, but the weekend.
18th.
Oh,
It was
well,
yesterday.
look at that.
Saturday was 17th.
Lock it up.
Friday's 16th.
Number one, new to the box office, was Bob Marley.
One Love.
One Love with $27.7 million, bringing its domestic gross to $45.5 million, and we're going to explain that. And its worldwide gross to $74.5 million. The reason why it's higher than just its weekend total is because Bob Marley actually opened on Wednesday.
Oh.
It's had a few extra days in there.
Mm.
Yeah. So not Madam Web.
Nope.
And if you've been watching our game where we try and pick out what's going to be the box office each weekend,
we jacked it up.
we are completely wrong already. But don't worry,
There's March Madness.
there's new rules. There's new rules.
What?
There's rules, and we get points now.
Boo.
I've got a whole
I
game.
don't like this.
No, it's a whole game. We get points.
Do you like this, Henry?
It's gonna be fun, and the people can play at home.
okay.
Think about it. It's fun.
The people can play.
They can. We won't know, but they can do it. Nothing's stopping them. Just like nothing stopped Madam Web at number 2, new to the box office, bringing $15 million, and its worldwide gross to $49 million. It is the lowest opening weekend for a Sony Marvel movie ever. The top 6 non-Spider-Man Sony movies
are.
What do you think is number 1, Maggie? Like the
non-Spider-Man. Okay.
Yes, non-Spider-Man.
I had to reread that. Non-Spider-Man.
Non-Spider-Man.
I say number 1, a Venom.
Venom.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other guesses you want there in there?
Let's see. There's been Morbius.
There's 6.
Carnage. Let's see.
There's 6 total, everybody. 6. I was holding up 6 and the camera wasn't on me. Jerry Anna in chat says, how do you like the Dune popcorn bucket? I don't have it over here with me. I need.
It creeps me out, Jerry.
I'm gonna have Maggie get it so we can talk about it because it's fantastic and everything I wanted it to be.
I'm trying to think of.
It's okay.
It's
There's
Venom, Carnage, Morbius, Madam Web. What's the other 2?
At number 6 was Madam Web with $15 million. Number 5 was Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance in 2011. Its opening weekend. Yeah, it made less than that. Its opening weekend was $22.1 million.
Sorry, I laughed really loud, guys.
And its total gross was $132.6 million.
Oh.
Morbius coming in at the number 4 slot with $18.8 million. Wait a second.
Wait, that's out of order. Or did you mean 28?
No.
Nope.
I think it's just out of order.
Whoops.
Okay, well, hey. Morbius and Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. Don't worry about it. Whatever number this one is, Ghost Rider from 2007 made $52 million its opening weekend.
Nicolas Cage.
Venom in 2018 made 80.3 million.
No.
And Venom Let There Be Carnage made $90 million since opening weekend. You know what? Maybe we need to double check these numbers. I'm starting to doubt everything. Like I'm doubting everything.
Let There Be Carnage was awful.
I asked Bing. Okay.
Quit asking Bing.
Listen.
Because I think they have Jeeves working for them.
Jeeves, you can trust Jeeves, all right? Me and Jeeves go back a long way. Okay.
That smug son of a bitch.
You talking about Jeeves?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you. One time when I was 12,
Yeah.
I needed help. All right. And what did my ass do? I asked Jeeves. And you know what he told me? He said, keep your lip up, buddy. Everything's going to be all right. That's my whole. Maggie showed off the Dune. All right, let's sit down. Let's sit down so we get back into the show. All right, we'll talk about it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. That Dune bucket is here, and it's not going anywhere. All right, it's not going
set
nowhere.
it on fire.
The Dune bucket?
Yeah.
No,
we're
you
done
better
with
not.
it.
You better not.
It's gone.
I've decided I'm going
I
to take it
can't-
back to the theater for Dune, and I have them fill it up.
Okay. You're washing that bucket out. That's all
I
I'm going to
will.
say.
Dude, its teeth. It's just
Silicone.
so nasty. Like,
Yeah.
it's so disgusting. Yeah, Venom Let There Be Carnage was the top non-Spider-Man Sony movie.
God.
It went on to make $500 million. So, it's a wonder why. It's a wonder why they still make these movies. But as you can tell, I mean, what was it? Morbius and Madam Web have both did terrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I was telling Matt, I was like, remember when we went and watched Venom and there's like guys running down the hallway of the theater?
you remember when everyone clapped?
Yeah.
Like, everyone clapped at the end of Venom. Nothing against Venom. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine movie. I talked about this last week. Like, it's a fine movie, but it doesn't deserve applause at the end. Very rarely is there a movie that deserves applause at the
And
end.
also, I couldn't stand that fight. Couldn't tell who was who.
What, you mean the
symbiote
symbiotes?
fight.
You mean you couldn't tell the black one from the dark blue one?
No.
Wow, Maggie. You just need to get your eyes checked. It's plain as day. Let me tell you. With a backdrop of night. It's so easy to tell. I don't see what the problem was. At number 3, dropping from the number 1 slot, Argyle brought in another 4.7 million,
Yeah.
bringing its domestic gross to 36.4 million and its worldwide gross to 76.4 million. At number 4, up from the number 5 slot, so actually coming on higher, is Migration with 3.7 million, bringing its domestic total to 114.8 million and its worldwide gross to 254.8 million.
Heck yeah.
Sticking around.
Let's go,
I
Duck
like it.
movie.
I like it. Good job, Kamel Nanjiani.
Quack movie.
You did good.
I'm trying to remember what all Viv's called it. If I called her Carol.
The Ducks movie.
The
Quack,
Ducks- Quack movie.
The Quack movie.
Yeah.
Quack Attacks Back, Jack. Number 5, new to the box office. The Chosen, season 4, episodes 4 through 6, made $3.44 million. Yeah, I had to add in an extra decimal spot.
4.
And bringing its total to 4.2 million. At number 6, dropping from the number 4 slot, is Wonka. Brought in another 3.4 million, bringing its domestic gross to 209 million and worldwide gross to $604.9 million. It's insane. It's so good.
Chocolate.
It's great. And there's chocolate. But only Wonka chocolate. There's literate and illiterate. Let's see where we're at. Number 7, The Beekeeper. Dropping from the number 3 slot. It's out of the top 5 for the first time in like 7 years.
Holy crap.
I know, right? Bringing in 3.2 million. Bringing its domestic total to 59.8 million. You mean this fucking movie's been up here for like 7 weeks and it's only made 59 million? That's no.
Those maths don't add
No,
up. Right.
it adds up. It's just been that slow of a damn year.
Month.
Like, my God.
Oh, well, yeah, it's been a slow year.
Let's see here. 119.8 million worldwide. At number 8, dropping from the number 7 slot, is Anyone But You, bringing in 2.4 million, making its domestic total 84.7 million and its worldwide gross to $188.9 million. It crossed 100 million worldwide. Somebody posted that it's now the highest grossing William Shakespeare movie adaptation.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was based on that.
I don't think it is. Like, I mean, it might be. It's because somebody else commented, it was like, it's like saying that The Lion King is the highest grossing animated Shakespeare adaptation.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So like, I don't think it actually counts, but that's what people were saying. That's what some people say.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
At number 9, dropping from the number 2 slot. So from number 2 to number 9, Lisa Frankenstein
guys.
brought in $2 million, bringing its total to $7.6 million. At number 10, new to the box office, Land of the Bad, which brought in $1.8 million. What's up, Maggie?
It's based on our
Much Ado About Nothing?
Yep.
I don't think it is. I mean, it might be, but it's not.
Loosely.
You know what I mean?
It says loosely based on it. Because I was like, the whole point, is that they hate each other, but they don't agree to help each other out, because that's what happens in Anyone But You.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I'm going to say false. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. All right. That's what I'm going to say. You bastards.
Wait. You from Boston?
You bastard.
Wait.
Hey, Lois.
I'm confused about
Sometimes.
so many things right now.
You bastard.
Roundhouse.
House. Roadhouse. Let's see here. Next week's new releases. We got Drive Away Dolls. Follows Jamie, an uninhibited free spirit, bemoaning yet another breakup with a girlfriend, and her demure friend Marion, who desperately needs to loosen up. In search of a fresh start, the two embark on an impromptu road trip to Tallahassee. But things quickly go awry when they cross paths with a group of inept criminals along the way. Starring Geraldine Viswanathan and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Pedro Pascal is a
Gonna do some
short-lived,
heavy lifting.
No, short-lived character.
That sucks.
Just how they show him in the trailer.
Also coming out next week, Ordinary Angels. Set against the worst snowstorm in Kentucky history, the film is inspired by the incredible true story of a struggling hairdresser, Hilary Swank, who single-handedly rallies an entire community to help a widowed father, Richardson, save the life of his critically ill young daughter. Starring Hilary Swank, Alan Rickson, that's that guy that was Hawk and Dove, and the new guy, the new Reacher. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We got a dapper.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And also stars Amy Acker from Angel. Yeah. That's Fred, everybody. For all you Angel fans out there. So, let's talk about this for a second, because Maggie's gone, and this would normally be the part where we would play the game. But we're going to hold off for just a second because she will be right back. I'll go ahead and take this time to say, hey, did you know that we have affiliate marketing? That's not it. Affiliate links. There's the word. For Amazon. Yeah. So get this. This is how it works. It's weird. So if you use our Amazon link, even if you don't buy what we link to, we get credit for whatever you do buy within like 24 hours. So like if you're buying like a box of Cheez-Its, right? And you're like, I'm going to check out my box of Cheez-Its. And then you're like, hey, wait a second. I'm going to go on to the Hopefully Awesome show and click that Amazon link. And you click that. And then you check out with the box of Cheez-Its. We get credit for it. And that means we get like some sort of percentage of it or something. I don't really know how it works. But all I know is we get money, and all you have to do is buy the things that you're going to buy anyway. So another easy peasy way of supporting Hopefully Awesome. Can you tell I'm stretching a little bit? I'm trying to stretch a little bit for Tom. Yeah, this Ordinary Angels. Alan Richson. Has anybody watched the Reacher, the new Reacher show? I watched the Jack Reacher movies with Tom Cruise. And I watched the first one. It was all right. I mean, I don't know. It was all right. That's it. That's all I got. It's fun. Scherbatsky, Robin Scherbatsky was in the second one, I think. I never watched it. I don't know. Just didn't seem worth it to me. Even though I like Tom Cruise. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see here. Check it out. This is what we'll talk about while Maggie's not in here. The Dune bucket, everybody. All right, look at this. Look at this. They're like, this is the teeth. So nasty. It's like, look at this. Ugh. Oh, I don't know if you can hear it here. Yeah, it's disturbing. So you got to put your hand like in it. I hope I don't get like kicked off of YouTube for this. This looks horrible. But like you just I might get us kicked off YouTube for demonstrating how to use the Dune bucket. Like you just insert your hand. All right. By the way, Maggie's back and she's just staring at me like I'm an idiot. Well, you're muted, first off.
Well, you're muted.
So yeah. That's the Dune bucket. No, for what?
I mimicked you. I'm sorry.
Wait, are you a mimic? Like those fairies? If you hear your voice calling out to you, don't respond. That's a whole thing. So anyway, Maggie. Ordinary Angels. Did you hear what all I said about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's time for the box office game.
Oh, I was going to say, guess the box office.
Oh, I didn't know what we were going to say, so I just
saw it on the prompter. So.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. When you're right, you're right. So, just as a reminder, this is what the current box office top 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if I can get the prompter to scroll a little bit further up, I will tell you the top 5. So, at number 1, of course, was Bob Marley with 27 million. All right. Then we had Madam Web with 15 million. At number 3 was Argyle with 4 million. Number 4 was Migration with 3 million. And number 5 was The Chosen with 3 million. So, that is the top 5 this week. We've got 2 films coming to wide release. That's Drive Away Dolls and the other film that I'm going to mention
Ordinary Angels.
Is Ordinary Angels. Thank you. That is exactly, it's going so slow. I'm anything but ordinary. All right, so here's how it goes. Here's how the game works, Maggie. Guess the box office. We get 1 point for each movie in the top 5 that we get.
Okay.
That we guess, irregardless of if it's in the correct slot or not. So if it's in the top 5 and we said it was in the top 5, we get a point for it.
Okay.
We then get a bonus point if we get it in the correct slot. Okay. So like for this case, if Madam Web had been number 1, we would have both got 2 points. Because it's 1 point for being in the top 5 and a bonus point for being in the slot that we said it would be in. Okay. And then if we get all 5 in the correct slot, we get 5 bonus points. So that would be a total of 15 points that you can win each week.
Okay.
All right. So that being said, last week, my responses were at number 1, Madam Web, number 2, The Chosen, number 3, Argyle, number 4, The Beekeeper, and at number 5, Bob Marley.
You got
that was what I thought it would be.
1.
So I got Madam Web. Like these were all in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
Like Madam Web,
Oh,
The
top
Chosen,
five, my bad.
Argyle, and Bob Marley. So I got 4 in the right spot, or not in the right spot, in the top 5. And then, and then
See, I'm already jacked it
it's I'm jacking it up too. No worries. And then so I missed the Beekeeper entirely. I said Argyle would be number 3, which is in the correct slot, and that's the only one I got in the correct slot. So that's 2 plus 4. That's or no 1. I've got 5. Right.
Math.
Because Madam Web, The Chosen, Argyle, and Bob Marley. Yeah, I got 5 points.
Good job.
5 points, everybody. Maggie, did you get more? Let's find out.
Oh, no.
At number 1, you had Madam Web. Number 2, Argyle. Number 3, Beekeeper. Number 4, Bob Marley. And number 5, Wonka. So you had Bob Marley, Argyle, and Madam Web in the top 5, correct?
Okay.
But it looks like none of them in the correct slots.
So only 3.
3 to 5. It's the current. But hey, you know what? It's early. It's anybody's game, Maggie. So, what will be next week's top 5? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go? No, I want you to go first.
Okay.
I feel like I influence your answers too much.
Let's see. I
feel like I should play
shot
like
in the
some
dark.
music.
Shot in the dark, but I'm going to say it. I'll stick with what I said last week. Number 1, Madam Web. I know it sounds stupid, but
Why would you do this to yourself, Maggie? Why?
I'm shooting myself in the foot.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
Madam Web. I'm going to say Bob Marley.
Okay.
Shush.
Okay.
Listen.
What?
They memed Morbius to death and got it brought back.
This is not even being memed. People just don't even like it.
I know, but...
Which we're going to review Madam Web later.
Yes.
And we'll tell
Madam
you
Web.
what you should think about Madam Web.
Bob Marley.
Okay, Bob Marley's number 2. Remember,
I feel like...
You get No Ordinary Angels and the whatever...
I feel like...
Drive Away Dolls.
I feel like Ordinary Angels.
Okay. Crack the top 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as much as Drive Away Dolls has got me interested, I don't think it's going to break the top 5.
Okay. I can see that.
All right. Let's see. Ordinary Angels. Number 4. Oh, God. Argyle.
Okay.
And number 5, I would say The Beekeeper.
So coming back into the top 5.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it wasn't in the top 5 this
No.
month. So you think it's
Oh.
going to come back into the top 5?
Oh, I'll take it back. Oh, The Chosen. That's what I meant to say. I got
Gotcha.
sidelined.
Okay, so you're saying, again, I'm sorry. You're saying Madam Web, Bob Marley, The Ordinary Angels, Argyle, and Chosen.
The Chosen.
Okay. Maggie, I think you're going to get...
None.
I think you'll at least get points for everything that's on there. I almost think you've got... I'm saying you maybe have 1 in the correct slot. Okay? That's what I think. I think you've almost got 1 in the correct slot.
We got Lava Boy. 5,000 in chat.
Lava Boy! You're here live. This is Lava Boy,
real.
Maggie.
You're real.
I've been talking to Lava Boy in chat.
Guess who is here?
Welcome, Lava Boy.
Good job, Lava Boy.
Lava Boy wants us to do a best Deadpool poll.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we might do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, top 5.
Top 5.
I'm gonna say number 1 is I'm gonna swing here. No Ordinary Angels.
It's Ordinary.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
No Ordinary.
I don't know what the fuck it's called. All right. Ordinary Angels. All right. That's number 1.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a show called No Ordinary Family or whatever. And it was like Michael Chiklis and Darla.
didn't realize he fell asleep.
Aw.
Poor fella.
No, but Michael Chiklis and Darla had kids, and they were all super.
Well, bye, Lava Boy.
You out? Hey, see you later, Lava Boy.
He says I'm out.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, man.
That's the thing about Lava Boy, all right? Comes and goes like lava.
Wow. That's
Maggie.
great.
No ordinary family had Michael Chiklis and Darla, and they
Okay.
had children together,
Okay.
and they were a superhero family. Basically, the Incredibles.
Okay.
Darla from Angel
Yeah.
and Michael Chiklis
Chickless. Yeah.
were a family.
That sounds scary.
It's weird. It was a weird show.
Was her baby to a vampire?
Yes, that was a big draw. Okay. And then Dexter
Sorry,
showed
Daddy.
up, and it was really out of there. All right, so number 1, Ordinary Angels.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm going to say Bob Marley.
Marley.
Bob Marley is number 2. What? What?
Bob Barley. That's what you said.
My lips got stuck, okay? Bob Marley
Okay.
is number 2. Number 3, I'm going to say is... I'm gonna say Argyle.
Okay.
Number 4 will be Madam Web.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say number 5. Number 5 is gonna be the Ducks.
Ah,
That's what I think.
the Mighty Ducks.
Because I would... Okay, here's the thing. Yes, the Mighty Ducks. It's gonna be re-released and everybody's gonna go watch it. Now, I would say that The Chosen would be in the top 5, but I think Ordinary Angels is gonna steal that audience.
They'll do double feature.
Now
Don't never know about those people.
Now I'm wondering if Migration's still going to make it, because I think families will probably go watch Ordinary Angels. No, I'm going to stick with that. So number 1, Ordinary Angels. Number 2, Bob Marley. Number 3, Madam Web. Number 3, Argyle. Number 4, Madam Web. No. I'm going to switch it. 3 is Madam Web.
Okay.
4 is Argyle. 5. I'm going to say The Chosen. I'm flipping it. Number 5 is Chosen.
I influenced him.
Do what?
I influenced
You may have. Well, because I can't believe
Wasn't
the
that
Duck movie.
hard?
I can't believe the Duck movie is still in the top 5. Like, that's the thing, and it's going to drop eventually.
Oh my God, my hair.
It's going to drop. And when it does, I don't want to be the sucker holding the bag for it, you know?
I've been telling people to go watch Migration.
No, it's good. I'm just saying. I don't know. So anyway, that's what I think this weekend's box office is going to be. That is what Maggie thinks this box office is going to be. We will find out next Monday when we reconvene for the box office game. Is that our theme song?
I'm so tired.
You just elbowed the shit out of this TV.
I didn't feel it.
You might need to get that looked
I
into.
didn't feel
This
it.
thing was shaking, man. It was like Rooney. It was shaking. Shaking.
Shaking.
Next story. Via Marvel. The Fantastic Forecast has been announced, everybody. Look at these sly fucks right here. Look at that. Look at that. There's Herbie, the robot. It's the robot. And then we got The Thing reading a Life magazine. And that's him. That's Cuz.
That's Michael Chiklis.
That's not, no. That's Cousin.
I know it's
Bob Odenkirk. And then we got the rest of them. I love their sweaters. I love that they're wearing sweaters, you know?
Well, that's how, especially in the comic books, that's how they look like turtlenecks.
So here's the thing. Some people are already theorizing. No, they don't look like that. They don't like bodysuits. They're not sweaters.
I know, but I meant the turtleneck.
No, I get it, but they're bodysuits. They're not sweater. Those are sweaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
They're
I'm
not
just saying style.
It's influenced by the style, but it is not the same as the comic books because those are sweaters. not bodysuits. God damn it. Listen. All right. Some people are already breaking down this image, claiming that it means certain things about the Fantastic Four.
They're thinking that it takes place in the 60s.
Yes, which has been a constant rumor for a while now. But before we get into Rumorsville, let's get into Factuality Town, okay?
Like, who is who?
So, Pedro Pascal has been cast as Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby will be playing Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn will be playing Johnny Storm. And Ibn Mas Bakrak as The Thing.
I can't get Joseph Quinn in the heart.
Oh, am I doing it with
Yeah.
it? There we go. And
I can't reach over.
cuz. There you go. Cuz.
Cuz.
If you've watched the bear, the guy playing the thing is the cousin.
And then Joseph Quinn, he not only in the last season of Stranger Things, he's also going to be in A Quiet Place Day 1.
Yes. And he's going to be fantastic.
And Vanessa Kirby, she has been in
Super Smash Brothers.
Well, no, not Kirby. Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah. Super Smash Brothers. Forbidden Land.
No.
Dream World.
Nope. Nope.
Maggie, listen.
That's not a big pink
It's the year 2024, okay? If she
Look,
wants to suck, she can, okay?
This is the Kirby, okay?
Yeah, that's Kirby.
No, it's Vanessa Kirby.
Oh, that's right.
She's been in
I
multiple
forgot.
Mission
Scream.
Impossibles.
She's in Scream.
I'm not following this anymore. And then,
Kirby.
of course, Pedro Pascal's
Kirby.
been in
Save Kirby. Save the world.
Save the Cheerleader?
Kirby. Hayden Panettiere played, her
my
character was called
God.
Kirby. Maggie. God, Maggie.
I don't keep up with that Scream
Wait,
shit.
You watched it with me.
I don't remember it.
God. Anyway.
And then Pedro Pascal, of course, in Mandalorian.
Best known for Game of Thrones. Was he in Game of Thrones? Or was he in that other show?
I don't know.
Blood and Sands. What was it called? That one show I didn't watch either.
I think he was in Game of Thrones.
I think he was also in that
Mandalorian
Blood and Sands show.
and The Last of Us.
It was like Spartacus. Was it Spartacus Blood and Sands? Is that what the fuck I'm thinking of? Hang on, I gotta look this up.
That'd be
now.
hilarious.
It might be what it's called. I didn't watch it. Spartacus Blood. Oh my god, that's the name of it. Spartacus Blood and Sands.
Yeah.
And now let's find out. Pedro Pascal was
Waiting.
I thought I had it.
He's not in it.
Hang on. He was
Oh my god, I'm about to go to sleep.
not in Spartacus Blood and Sands.
Alright.
Get this though. He was in Wonder Woman. Not 84, the show. The failed pilot with Adrian Padalecki. Yeah, he played somebody named Ed Indel Canto. The Wonder Woman show that didn't get picked up. How ironic.
Don't you think?
Because he was also in the movie.
Yeah.
He was like, Wonder Woman is good, but it could be better. I can't remember, that was from the movie. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, via the N. Snyder, Galactus is reportedly the main villain in Fantastic Four, with Javier Bardem named as top choice for the role. Marvel are currently searching for an actor to play Silver Surfer. And the film's release date has also been moved to July 25th, 2025, a mere week, maybe 2 weeks after Superman Homecoming, whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh my god, they could get anybody to play Silver Surfer. Like, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. I like Keanu Reeves as Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Keanu Reeves as Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Keanu Reeves could be anybody. And
He
I'd
could
be
be
fine with
Neo
it.
again.
He could. Make him Agent Coulson's brother. Agent Paulson. Happy President's Day, everybody. Maggie, what do you think about this? What do you think about this casting? What do you think?
I'm super excited.
Obviously, we've known for a bit that this was going to be the cast.
Yeah.
But like, it's finally for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it will take place in the 60s?
I kind of hope it doesn't.
Why not? Or why so?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I feel like if it took place in the 60s, that's
a lot of backtracking to do.
Well, okay, here's my theory. If it took place in the 60s, all right? If it takes place in the 60s, I think blah, 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 they do whatever. They stop Galactus, whatever the fuck happens, right? Mm-hmm. And then they get sucked into a time thing. And then they come out the other side of Dimension X, and it's actually 2024 now, and they're just the same age. Like, basically Ant-Man, but on a much wider scale, right? So, like, I think that would be the way you would do it. That way they could still be in current Marvel without having to, like, ditch the idea for the 1960s story.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like that's a lot for not a lot. Like what's the point in having them? It causes a lot of things.
It does. And also, here's my question. Are we yet again going to get the origin story of how they become the Fantastic Four?
I think they have to. I don't think it's like Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Because a lot of people, know about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people know.
Yeah.
About how they got their powers.
Yeah. And it's a little more complicated, you know? Like, it's not just he's bit by a spider and now he's got spider powers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, theirs is like, oh, they were hit by cosmic rays.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they each got mutated a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. And, like, now, but Dr. Doom wasn't there, or was he there? Just depends on which one you're watching, you know?
Ooh, I just thought of somebody for Silver Surfer.
Keanu Reeves.
I saw it for Keanu Reeves. Michael B. Jordan.
Now, Maggie, Michael B. Jordan, he's already been in the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Bring
him back again.
I mean, he'd be, like, fully CG. So, I mean, like, he could. Like, they could. I could also see, get Taron Egerton. There you go.
He could do pretty good.
And he could play, what's his name? Like, Nom or something. I forget what his name is. Like, not Abin Sur, but it's like, whatever the fuck his name is before.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Like, before he's the Silver Surfer. He's like Cool Man Luke or something. Like, it's something. His name's something like Radical or some bullshit. I don't know. And like, I don't know. I think he could do it. But at the same time, I feel like having the Fantastic Four in modern days would just be a cleaner thing.
Yeah.
But if they are trying to kind of separate it out, from like the old versions of the Fantastic Four that we've already had, then I think that setting it in the 60s could be a good idea. Just to kind of make it feel a little bit different from the more modern versions. And like that could explain a little bit, like it could kind of wave away the hokiness of the Fantastic Four a little bit, because if it's modern days, then it's like we have to play it a little more serious, whereas if it's in the 60s, you can be a little bit more free flowing with it and not really so much worried about like, if this stupid robot makes sense to exist, You know what that robot's name is?
Herbie.
Oh shit, I think you're right. I thought it was Kirby. But I know Kirby is like I know Kirby is the actress playing Sue Storm, but for some reason I thought the robot's name was Kirby, but it might be Herbie. I don't know anymore. I don't know. So Javier Bardem as the Galactus, I think is a cool idea.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, here's my biggest complaint about it being the 60s. Sorry, I'm just now catching up to my brain. Like, if Galactus was to, like, maybe eat the world, right? Like, if he was threatening the world to eat it, and, like, the Fantastic Four stop it, and that happened.
Yeah.
Like, that happened in the 60s. Then, like, how does everybody just forget about that?
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, sure, you could say, oh, well, Wanda, did something. Or, like, oh, Galactus, like, erased everyone's memories. There's, sure, there's several ways you could go about it. But, like, I don't know. I feel like that's a lot for nothing. Like, what do you get out of setting in the 60s? You know?
Yeah.
Other than, like, a stylistic choice.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really see the benefit.
I don't either. All I can figure, they just went with this look for this drawing. That's how I feel. Like, yeah, it looks like it's in the 60s.
Well,
however,
there was a pitch
no.
for the movie to take place in the 60s. And I want to say it was from, who was it? I want to say it was from the guy that directed Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming. Because he was attached to it.
Yeah, he was attached to it. That is right.
And he had pitched it, I believe. I may be getting a few things mixed up because I know Ant-Man was also pitched as like a 60s movie for a bit.
Yeah.
Before they switched to modern day. Or at least it was going to flash back and forth more than what it did in the original.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I don't really care. If they said in the 60s, I'm down for it. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, man. Like, I think that would be really cool to see, like, what the Marvel Universe looked like in the 60s. Like, the MCU in the 60s. And, like, being able to be a little more playful with the characters, not really worrying about, keeping the weight of the massive MCU, like, intact while they're trying to do whatever story this is. And, like, that could be an easy way to kind of take the characters off the chessboard throughout Endgame and all of that because they were stuck in, like, Dimension X or wherever the hell they've been stuck. The Negative Zone, whatever it's called. They have, like, 5 different names for it. And, I mean, but I feel like at that point you are kind of starting... The Phantom Zone. I feel like at that point you are kind of treading the same water as Captain America.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that was, like, 15 years ago. That sucks. That just made me feel really old. Like a person could have completed their entire school career in the time since the first Captain America came out.
Shut up.
And that makes me want to barf.
Shut up.
Like, oh, God. That's awful. What a terrible way to think of things. So anyway, Maggie, who's I'm going to say Taron Egerton for Silver Surfer, because why the hell not? Keanu Reeves. I mean, of course, Keanu Reeves would be fantastic. But I would also think he would make a great Doctor Doom. I'd love to see Keanu Reeves go full on evil.
Yeah.
Will we see a Council of Reeds, which is what the Council of Ricks is based off of?
Oh, God.
It's what it's based off of. But
bunch of nerds together.
The Council of Reeds, like, it's Reeds from all across, right? And maybe we could get John Krasinski back.
Yeah.
We could get the dude from
the first
one,
the 2005.
Yeah.
And then
Miles Teller.
Yeah, and then we get Miles Teller.
I mean, tell me I wouldn't fucking be ecstatic if they did that. Like, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. I would love that.
I'd be down.
Do you think we get anything like that?
Probably not. That'd be too much. There's already too much going on with Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yeah. I guess you probably save that for, like, Secret Wars or something.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot there.
I want...
We gotta go to the Council of the Reeds.
God. I just want my boy Miles Teller's Fantastic to get some recognition. All right? It wasn't a bad movie. It was just 2 very different movies shoved together.
Yes, it was.
Pretty sure Mario Rivera.
First half was great.
Pretty sure Mario Rivera was the one that quoted that. So, shout outs to him. Everybody go follow that Mario Rivera on
love Mario.
Twitter. I love that All right, everybody. Now it's time to get into headlines.
Sorry.
Headlines. You're fine. So we've got some new release dates for it. How about I mute you for a minute?
Okay.
And then once he's chilled out, we can unmute you. New releases coming up this week. We've got Mean Girls hits digital tomorrow, Tuesday, February 20th. Then we've also got Avatar: The Last Airbender. The show hits Netflix on Thursday. That's February 22nd. And Priscilla hits Max on Friday, February 23rd. Maggie is very excited for Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm going to be watching it with her.
You better.
I will. I'll watch it. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking to us. No, I mean, we'll check it out. It's got Daniel Day-Kim in it, you know, and he looks fantastic.
Zaddy.
Poor me. What was that, Maggie?
Zaddy.
Pour me a big old glass of gin, if you know what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah. The sun's not the only thing going down. Get it? Get it? Her name was Sun.
Yeah, duh.
Going down is a euphemism, and the sun's going down. Big guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting real low. New trailers out this past week was Godzilla X Kong, the buddy cop movie that everybody wanted. It's gonna be great. It looks good. Just like it's gonna be great. What's happening? Why is the dune worm coming at me? But no, like I think the new trailer looks better than the first trailer did. And like the more I see the big boys running, like I still think it's weird seeing Godzilla run, but that's just me. But I mean it looks fun. So I mean whatever, it'll be a good time. And then we also got the first trailer for X-Men 97 dropped this past week. And I was not a huge X-Men animated series fan. Like, I was aware of it, obviously. I grew up watching Fox Kids. And, you know, Power Rangers and X-Men, like, they would always kind of follow with each other. Saban, of course, was the people behind it. And, I don't know, I was a little too young, I think. And it was just a little too serious for me. Like, you know, I was still in the age where I was like, oh, Eek the Cat is a great cartoon, you know? And so to go from Eek the Cat to X-Men was just not great, you know?
I watched it, but like I couldn't catch it on all the time. So it's going to be really interesting going into this.
Yeah. And it was so serialized. Like if you missed one episode, I felt like you was pretty lost, you know?
Yeah, there was always a lot going on, it feels
like. But I did love the Spider-Man animated series. It was a little more, like,
Sorry.
You're fine. It was a little more, like, free-flowing. Like, you wasn't so much worried about, like, the ongoing story, like, week to week. But, yeah, the new one looks good. I hope I don't have to know anything about the original series to enjoy this one. I'm sure that if I do, there'll be like some videos, probably new rock stars if I had to guess. I know from the trailer, so spoilers for X-Men, the animated series from the 90s, but like from the first trailer for X-Men 97, Professor X is dead, I guess. And like, so that's part of the story. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Here, I'll put you back on.
I got Travis Mitchell up in chat.
Travis!
He says, greetings, guys. Hope you and the baby are well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Henry's being just a little bit fussy. And Travis also said, I'll confess I haven't seen a single episode of X-Men, but I will prioritize binging it at some point. Also, a surprising amount of people dressed as 90s X-Men this Halloween over here.
Oh, that's rad.
That's really cool.
And like they had some really good, sweet costumes, honestly. Which
yeah,
I guess
did.
they were
very colorful.
Yeah, I think they were based off like the Jim Lee designs.
Yes.
Or well, his art. I don't know if he actually like designed those specific outfits or not.
Yeah, the colors. I mean, they're based off of the old
Yeah.
like the first issue
Yeah,
comics, I believe. But yeah, very 90s colors. Always loved is it Jubilee?
Jubilee.
Always
Yeah,
loved
with the
hers.
big yellow jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endless sunglasses.
Yeah. I always like Gambit, of course.
Yeah.
You know, and I love in this trailer that Gambit charges up Wolverine's claws.
Yeah.
Like, what does that even mean? Does that mean his claws like explode? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I mean, it's great either way. I like it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't understand what's gonna happen. You know. So yeah. So speaking of X-Men '97, it will premiere on March 20th under the new Marvel Animation branding.
Ooh.
Yeah. So if you watch the trailer, there was a new logo at the beginning of it for the new Marvel Animation division, and it looks really good. I really like it. I think the art style of the show looks good. As you all have heard, I'm not a huge fan of like the What If art style. I do feel like season 2 made it a little bit better. But this doesn't really adhere to that style. It's really trying to hit that 90s aesthetic, even though it's still like 3D models and stuff. It's still trying to hit that like slow frame rates and all that. So it's really good. I'm very, very interested in watching, a little bit of it. We'll see if it's enough for me to be able to connect with it, or if I'm just totally lost,
I just want to see Jean Grey pregnant because it does show her in the trailer.
Yeah. I love they're all in their basketball stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and they all look ripped out of their minds. Like, like it's very 90s.
Yes.
And I'm very excited for that.
Well, you say bub.
If they could bring back the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, that would be wonderful.
Oh my God.
I would love that. I'm sure there's a reason they can't, but I would love that. Also under new dates, we've got Megan 2.0 will now release on May 16th, 2025. So just a little over a year until
everybody do your Megan dance.
I don't know what the Megan dance is. Is that it? Is that the Megan dance? Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum.
I can't do much with the baby.
Via the rap. So I believe we've already mentioned this earlier in the show, not this week, but I think a few episodes back, that Superman and Lois is getting canceled on the CW.
Yes.
I believe we've already talked about that. So apparently the CW's Brad Schwartz says the decision to end Superman and Lois was by Warner Brothers so that they would not have the series conflict with Superman Legacy. They apparently don't want a competing Superman product in the marketplace at the same time. Now, I will say, there is precedent for that. I think it was the original pitch for Smallville was supposed to be Bruce Wayne. And they were like, no, we want to do more Batman stuff. We don't really want two different Batmans going on at the same time. I think Gotham was also like something, I don't know. Warner Brothers is weird about having the same characters in one form and not in the other.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like Green Arrow for a minute wasn't almost made because they wanted to maybe do a movie called Supermax that was gonna be about Green Arrow and this prison that he was breaking out of.
Yeah.
And then I think they had a hard time with the Flash getting made, and there were some characters that they didn't want to show up.
Yeah.
Even on Smallville, but they also didn't want them to show up
in the Flash.
in the Arrowverse stuff. So anyway, so there is some precedence behind this. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but apparently
Hola,
that's
Eric.
Hey, Eric, what's up, man?
He said I'm here for the headlines and that popcorn tub.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I'm gonna once again maybe get kicked off of YouTube. I'm gonna show you how.
Travis did say said this about X-Men '97. Oh my lord, you weirdo. One detail I did notice: Logan has a toothpick instead of a cigar in the trailer. That is true. Perhaps Charles asked him to stop smoking before dying, his regeneration being no excuse to hurt himself. Likely not the case. Just
hey, Bubs.
Me overthinking a show I haven't seen. Haha.
Hey, Bubs. Only losers smoke.
Well, I was going to say they could use it as a PSA, like, Wolverine, you're not cool because you're smoking.
But I mean, if anybody, here's the thing: I'm not pro smoking. Okay, I'm not like, I mean, like, whatever. Like, you know, it's,
Live your life.
Sure. Like, I mean, I would prefer people not smoke, but I don't care enough to tell you to not smoke, right? Like, it's one thing. But anyway, if anybody should be allowed to smoke, it should be Wolverine.
Yes.
Because he has healing factor. So, like, nothing will happen. Like, so that means he should be allowed to smoke.
Other than having the addiction to nicotine.
Yeah, but I mean, would he though? I mean, because his body heals. It's like, wouldn't it heal like the addiction aspects of his body and mind and stuff?
Does he get depressed?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's so many questions
now we're getting into the psychological effects of a healing ability, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. And he also has claws for some reason. Like, what do those two things have to do with each other? Nothing. So, anyway. Next up, we got Via the Ankler. I knew as soon as I said the Ankler.
The Ankler.
Oh, wait, that's happened before.
Wait. What's Greg Miller's villain thing?
The Grabbler.
The Grabbler. That's what I'm thinking of.
The Grabber, the Grabbler. I think it's the Grabbler. Let's see here. Via the Ankler, Nicolas Cage is in talks to return for the live-action Spider-Man Noir series. And the writer's room for Silk series has been scrapped, except for the showrunner Angela Kang. The show will have a creative overhaul and refocus to a more male-skewing audience. You know, that's what they're going for with that. Which that's at Amazon.
Oh.
So
Eric has a suggestion for us. He said, Matt, no. Maggie, get a water bottle and spray Matt if he wants to demonstrate that again.
What? No, I'm just showing you how you use the
You child. His hand gets stuck in it.
Hey man, that's why you gotta lube it up sometimes, you know. Popcorn butter. The popcorn butter creates lubrication, so that you can make it past the teeth. You know, gotta move those flaps out of the way so you can get in there. You know, you just slide right in. You drop your kernels and you get out. All right, that's what you do.
This is the popcorn bucket. Josh Brolin said that was stupid. So,
all right. So let's take first off. Silk. They're reworking the entire series, making it more male skewing audience. It is Amazon, so I imagine they're trying to make it more like The Boys. If I had to imagine, probably not like in the
bloody realm.
Yeah. Probably just more in like the sexual side of things, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir. This one is interesting because like I'm not against it. I like Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir in the animated series or the animated movies. Spider-Man Noir in the comics, and I mean obviously the movie is a little bit different, but in the comics, like, he's still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So like he's supposed to be a teenager. Or I mean at least a young adult. And so like Nicolas Cage is like 60. So it's just I got you. Everything okay? Oh, okay. So Nicolas Cage is like 60-ish, you know? So it's just a little old to be like the lead in a Spider-Man series. Maybe he's not playing Spider-Man Noir. Maybe it's like a CG character thing, you know, like where it's Spider-Man Noir, but it's not live action or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But at the same time, I'd like it. I'd still watch it. Let's see here. Eric in the chat. Man, you guys are killing me, and I just joined the show. Dang holiday throw must go. Dude, for real. Stupid President's Day, man. Let me tell you. I mean, like, it's been fun, like, to be, like, not at work and stuff, but, like, gosh, it just throws everything off. I keep thinking today's Sunday. It's weird. Next up, via Wall Street Journal, That's right, everybody. We are official news correspondents now because we reference the Wall Street Journal. So Paramount and Comcast have held talks about potentially combining Paramount Plus and Peacock into one service, which is interesting because I feel like it was a couple of weeks ago we heard that Paramount was looking to like merge with Warner Brothers. So it's just interesting that now they'd be talking to Peacock about combining their services into one. Because I don't think if Warner Brothers came in that they would partner with Peacock as well. So anyway, I just wonder if that means that the Warner Brothers deal is completely off the table, or if this is just like two other divisions that don't really talk to the heads, being like, maybe we combine. I don't really know how I feel about a Paramount Plus Peacock merger. It's fun. I don't know. Like, I don't care. We have both of them. One of them's for free with our Walmart Plus subscription. It's so I can do scan and go. Okay, that's the main thing. Scan and go is just so nice because I can just walk around the store with Viv, scan all the crap, and just fucking leave. You know, I don't have to worry about like then going to the register and ringing it all up. You know, just throw it in there. But then they stop me at the door every time because I didn't use a bag, and it's like, well, I got bags in my car, and like I'm just throw it all in there. You know, actually, here's the trick, everybody. Okay, here's a little pro tip for you. All right, get you a laundry basket. Put it in the back of your car. Put all of your stuff, all of your groceries in said laundry basket. Carry the laundry basket in for your groceries. Game changing. Just saying. It's my favorite thing I've ever done. And especially where you scan and go and I don't use bags. I can just throw all that crap in the laundry thing. And boom. Done. It's amazing. You know what else is amazing? Did you know that over on Amazon you can use our affiliate link even if you don't buy our linked thing? You can just click on it and then buy whatever the hell you're going to buy on Amazon. And then we get credit for it as like you supporting us. It's crazy. What, Maggie? What a pitch, Maggie said. I'm so good at it. She said, what? I'm the best in the world? Oh, Maggie, you're sweet. That's so kind of you. I can't believe you would say that. Oh, stop. You're embarrassing me. You're acting like I'm the best. She just said that Matt is the smartest, best person in the history of the world, and definitely way smarter than her. Maggie, you don't have to drag yourself, okay? You're great. You're great. You're great.
God. Full of crap.
But no, yeah. So just click, whenever you're going to buy something on Amazon, just click our link, and then we'll get money for it. It's weird. It doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't. We just get credit for like sending you to Amazon. You know, it's weird. Is the like literally the easiest and freest way for you to support the channel. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me tell you, Maggie. What do you think about this Paramount Plus Peacock combining into one service?
Oh God.
All right.
There's so many fun names to make out of that.
Mount
Cock.
Mount Cock.
Yo, Matt.
God damn it, Maggie.
You're on fire today. On fuego, as Eric says. That's great.
All right. Via discussing film. No, I skipped one. Via the N. Snyder, Jennifer Garner is in talks to star in Ben Affleck's next movie, Animals, alongside Matt Damon.
Awkward.
I put this in here for you. I knew you would have an opinion.
I mean, they have a good relationship because they have kids together. Like, they're still friends, but I know that still sucks, though.
And he would be, like, directing her.
Yeah.
Which means he'd be telling her, like, what to do. I don't know. I feel like you're pushing your luck there, Ben. All right?
I think that's why Matt Damon's there. Matt Damon can kind of balance it out.
You know what they call Ben Affleck? The Boston Massacre.
Dunk Kings.
The Dunk Kings. I was gonna say
It's
the
sold
Dunkin'
out
Daddies.
again.
Really?
Yes.
Are you gonna get it next time?
No.
Maggie, everybody convince Maggie she needs to get the Dunk Kings sweatsuit or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know anymore. Tracksuit? What is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a
Oh my
tracksuit.
god.
I'm sorry. I was trying to speed read.
It's fine. Hey, so via discussing film, Deadpool and Wolverine has become the most viewed trailer of all time within just 24 hours. It earned over 365 million views, Maggie.
Woo-woo.
That is like at least $12 in ad revenue.
Heck yes. Heck yes.
I
know.
It was a little bit of a joke for everybody.
Ever since the shower scene in
Batman v Superman.
Superman Ultimate Edition, my friend and I have called him Mask.
That shouldn't make me laugh.
That shouldn't make me laugh either.
That's pretty funny though. Bit ass crack. Oh, child. Via discussing film, Steven Spielberg watched Godzilla -1 3 times and gave the film massive praise. Takashi Yamazaki, the director, writer, and computer effects VFX, said, quote, "I have met God. What should I do now?" Honestly, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Like, good for him getting to meet Steven Spielberg and getting Steven Spielberg to be like, "Hey, bro,
I watched your movie
I've
three
watched
times.
your movie 3 times and fucking loved it."
Love it.
Like, what's left? I would retire. I think there's no way I could top myself at that point.
How
you know?
old did we figure out how he was? Is like 60.
Yeah, he's in his 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I say go out on a high note. Pull this George Costanza and just leave. Just leave. He did great. I don't want to lose him as a director because, like, Godzilla -1, a fucking phenomenal movie.
Hey, he showed up at the Star Wars studios, so we can maybe breathe easy.
Hey, you should do my friend George a solid and make one of his Star movies. That was a terrible Steven Spielberg impression.
4 stars movies. Clarky Bark. Clarky Clark.
I'm just gonna leave it on you.
Okay, I'm retiring. Good night.
All right.
Sandworm.
Maggie, any thoughts about any of the headlines that you may have missed while you was doing anything? Any comments to get caught up on?
Yes, we have some comments.
All right.
Eric says, I'm catching the episode again tomorrow whole at work. But can you give me a 30-second recap of what went on today? X-Men Animated, I heard right. I came in during the headlines. It's Eric.
Yeah, hey, here you go. We had the box office. We turned it into a game, and it's fantastic. And Eric, you're gonna love it. And then we talked about the fantastic forecasting. And then we had headlines, which began with new trailers, which then brought in X-Men. So that's pretty much all you missed was box office and fantastic forecast.
And he also said, Matt, if Maggie gets that tracksuit, you should get the Hawkeye tracksuit.
From the Tracksuit Mafia, isn't that what they're called?
The Goon Squad. That's what he calls. He's from the Goon Squad.
Was it Askabro?
Yeah, it's Askabros, yeah.
I used to have my mamaw. She would find things on clearance at Belk, right?
Yeah.
Or Profits, whatever the hell it was back then.
Yeah, it was probably both.
And so she got me and my brothers, all 3 of us, the same Tommy Hilfiger tracksuit. Okay.
No.
Yeah. And we wore them.
What color were they?
They were like blue and like with a red line going down the side. And like I think across the chest was like the red and white.
Yeah.
Like it was like classic Tommy Hilfiger, you know.
Oh my god.
And like I remember there was one time because we were poor, so we didn't have anything. And so there was one time me and Billy both wore it at the same time. And like Billy hated it. I'm pretty sure Billy hated that I was also wearing it. And like I thought you had to keep it together because like it matched.
Yeah.
So like I had it like zipped up and everything.
Yeah.
Like all as one solid piece,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah. It was terrible. And it was lined. Ugh, hate lined. Like, don't give me anything with lining in it. Even swim shorts. Rip that shit out of there.
Was it like the mesh netting stuff?
No, luckily it was fabric. It was like a fabric lining. So, which was better.
Yeah.
Still hotter than balls.
Yeah.
But like at least it wasn't the net. Like I fucking hated the net lining. Like, dude, that's why like when I go swimming and stuff, I just wear ball shorts. Cause like I can't stand it, man. Like, listen, if God wanted me to wear fishnet stockings, he would have made me a goddamn mermaid. All right.
Doesn't make any sense.
I said what I said, and I stand by it.
Travis says, I can't hear tracksuit without thinking of the guy from Despicable Me, which is Vector. And he also says, Matt describing the tracksuits makes me imagine in Beverly Hills Cop when Eddie walks by the guys dressed like Michael Jackson and starts laughing.
That's pretty much what it was, yeah. You pretty much nailed it.
All I can think of is Ben Stiller's kids in the Royal Tenenbaums because they all wear the same red tracksuit.
Yeah,
so whenever you said that you all had the same tracksuit, it just made me laugh.
I mean, yeah, we did. And it was about that lame.
Travis agrees with you. Netting and clothing feels like a loofah in your pants.
It feels like somebody's trying to trap me. And I don't like that. I don't like feeling trapped.
I mean, I don't think anybody does.
Listen, when you're in high school, you need quick access to things, okay? That's all I'm saying. You don't want anybody having to struggle filling around your net, all right? Like you just want to be able to just, you just need to get in there sometimes and just
breathe. Weirdo. You know what? I kind of hope your hand does get stuck in that.
It's not.
Oh my god.
I got plenty of room. Look, here's the thing. Okay, hang on. It's a small hole. Okay, but once you go inside, it opens up. All right. Like it's
a woman's
uterus. Jesus, Maggie. This is a family-friendly show, all right?
When?
We're just talking about a popcorn bucket, all right? That's all we're talking about, all right? All right, what are you giggling about?
Travis said, feels like the Hamburglar is trying to steal your buns with the lining in your pants.
It's true.
And then he said, no, not the Duncan, Idaho.
Yeah. So anyway, how the hell did we get talking about? Because tracksuits, I think.
That popcorn bucket should have net lining. Okay, that's the last time I mentioned the bucket.
Dude, this bucket.
God,
like
I'm hiding it.
Look at that.
Hey, he has to go back. He has to go back to work tomorrow, so I'm hiding it.
I'll take it to work with me.
Oh man, that'd be a fun conversation at work.
We're like, what the hell is that thing? We're like, you guys haven't heard of Dean? Dean. They're like, what the fuck is Dude?
I should use this at Halloween with the kindergartners.
No, Maggie, we don't want to scare the children. All right?
That'd be so funny.
Wait until you take over high school.
No, never.
And sex ed.
No. I will never go to high school.
Anyway.
You don't know me? Do you know me?
I know you more than you know yourself.
Okay.
You'll never go to high school. That's it. All right, everybody. It's time for the main topic. It's time for the main topic. Everybody check it out. Look at that shit. Look at that shit right there. We're talking about Madam Web. If this is your first time watching one of our reviews, we will be doing a spoiler-free section for Madam Web, followed by a spoiler section for Madam Web. Don't worry, whenever we go into the spoiler section, we will change the background to look like this, and we will have this sound play and it broke.
It broke.
Yeah, it says right error,
Oh,
which it
no.
does. It does that sometimes. It's fine, like kind of. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Everybody can still hear us. It's fine. It'll be fine. And so anyway, so we'll do that, and then we'll let you know when it's spoilers. So now it's time for us to talk about Sony's Madam Web. Came out this past weekend. Finally hit theaters after just years of wondering if this movie would be good, if it would come out.
Is it real?
Is it real? Is he real? From 94.9. All right. Anyway, sorry. So, Madam Web. What can we say about Madam Web that hasn't already been said by every other person on the internet? Well, I'll tell you what we can say.
It's not that bad.
It's fun.
It's okay.
There
are worse movies to watch out there.
I'm going to say this. It does not deserve the heat, the hatred that it's getting online.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Is it a good movie? I mean, it's not a great movie. I wouldn't necessarily say it's not good. I would just say it's fun. It was, I enjoyed myself.
Question mark.
Like, I did enjoy the movie. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. Fuck it. Yeah, let's say I enjoyed it. Why not? And yeah, Madam Web. You know, Henry disagrees. He's thinking, he's like, nah, bro, that Madam Web movie, that ain't it. That ain't it.
It's not good.
But I'm gonna mute you for a minute. Lost my headphones. So yeah, Madam Web came out this past weekend, and we decided to go watch it over the weekend. There we go. Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay, Maggie will return. She's going to get a bottle. So, anyway, Madam Web. What can I say? We watched it, and I'm trying to think of like spoiler free what I want to say about this. So, here's the thing. Madam Web is not a great movie. But Madam Web reminds me a lot of like the mid 2000s superhero films that we would get, like Daredevil or Ghost Rider, or any of those, like the Punisher, right? Like the Thomas Jane Punisher movie. Like, it's not bad. Is it as good as what like we have nowadays? No. I mean, it's not like as good as Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not as good as that. But it's not bad. It's just not amazing. And it has nothing to do with the greater Marvel MCU or Spider-Man Sony universes. Like, it is its own thing. Now, again, we'll get into spoilers later, and we'll talk about, like, how... if it ties in, what may tie in, all that bunch of stuff. We'll get into all that during the spoilers. But for the majority, I think the thing I enjoy a lot about this movie is that it is pretty standalone. Like, there's lots of references, of course. I gotcha. There's lots of references to Spider-Man. Like, just in general, it is set in the Spider-Man universe. Mm-hmm. We don't know which Spider-Man universe, but it's set in like, Spider-Man is a character that will exist one day in the show.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like Krypton. The show Krypton was set in a Superman universe of some kind. Yeah. Maybe it was Man of Steel. Maybe it was, Superman and Lois. We don't know. But, like, a Superman would exist in Krypton at some point. Yeah. And that's kind of like what this is. Like... Mm-hmm. It's set in a universe where Spider-Man will exist. It was, I don't know. I really liked it. Like, not like, I would give it a 3. Like, I don't want to oversell it. But, like, I actually enjoyed the dynamics of the main characters. Like, Dakota Johnson. Mm-hmm. almost said Dakota Fanning, Dakota Johnson, and like the teenagers that she has with her. I use quotes on that because I'm pretty sure they're like much older than than what their younger versions are. She's annoyed as shit by them.
Yeah.
And like I like that because that's true. Like if I had to drive around 3 teenage girls
and they're trying to tell you what to do the whole time.
I'd want to blow my brains out, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, not to be too, harsh about it, but like I don't know, it seemed realistic that she was just annoyed as shit by him, right?
Yeah.
Like her performance, right, I think fit this character perfectly.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to her.
Yeah.
Because she's dry anyways.
Yes, very dry. Drier than this Dune bucket, all right?
Oh, Jesus. Why'd you have to bring that into this?
Because it's already here. Why would I not bring it up?
Anyway. I told you in the car on the way home that if I, because I think everybody knows when this takes place, right?
It takes place in 2004?
Yeah. Okay, if this movie came out in 2004 and I was in high school.
Yeah.
I would have been all about this.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm not about this right now, but I'm just saying from that viewpoint for myself as a teenager back then, wanting... I'll be honest. I would daydream about being Spider Woman.
Yeah, like your own version of Spider Woman.
Yeah.
Like if Spider-Man was a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be a really cool idea.
Yeah.
And then years later, I'm like, oh my god, there is one. I really.
But instead, you had
this.
shit like Catwoman.
Yeah.
Or Elektra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't watch Elektra, so.
Well.
Still haven't.
You still? I own it like 4 times.
Yeah, no, Matt. We bring this up every time. I still haven't watched Elektra. Like, I've only seen pieces.
We'll watch it eventually. One day we have to watch it. So, I mean, and we will. But you're not missing much. So, like, I don't know. I would say the thing I also enjoyed about Madam Web is that it's pretty straightforward. Like,
no, it's not gonna trick you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I enjoyed the fact that it was its own thing and that it wasn't trying to like carry 18 plots forward, and it wasn't trying to like say that it was kind of maybe a part of this universe and maybe a part of that universe and like trying to trick people into thinking that it's more than what it was. Like the closest it gets to like tricking people is like just in the advertising. You can see like that they have some of these characters in like their future spider costumes. And like that does happen. Like it does show that in the movie, but it is very, very little that gets shown. And so like that's like the closest I would say to being like trickery. But it doesn't feel like that, No. And I'll say this, one thing that it reminded me of, in a good way, okay? This is going to sound like a bad thing, but I mean it in like an endearing way, okay?
Okay.
Because when I say what it reminds me of, it's going to sound like I'm bashing the shit out of this movie, okay?
Oh boy.
It reminded me a little bit of the WB series Birds of Prey, okay? Like, but in a good way. Like I never really liked the Birds of Prey TV series.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it, but it wasn't good. And like it was just seeing this kind of reminded me of like being like a senior in high school and you know, me and my friends are going to go watch this new comic book movie that just come out and like the costumes are going to look wild and maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be a little goofy or cheesy, but we're going to have a fun time. Yeah. And like that's what this movie gave me.
Yeah, that's what it gave me too, cuz I remember when I turned 13 the first Spider-Man movie came out.
Yeah.
With Tobey Maguire. And I wanted to do that for my birthday, go to a movie theater with my cousin and watch it. And like that's what it put me in mind of too. It's just, hey, brand new superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Spider-Man. Heck yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
like, it's just I don't know. Maybe I took it for granted back in the day that like having our individual superhero movies that didn't connect and stuff. Like, even though I still very much want the MCU. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say I don't want that anymore. And like, I love an overarching story, and there will always be a part of that that's just very, very like enticing to me. Just being able to watch like this through line through like 8 different franchises,
Yeah.
right? Like, I love that. But there is just something refreshing about, hey, there's just this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be another one. And maybe one day it'll turn into something. Maybe. But like,
Right now,
it
as
might
it by
not.
itself, it's fun.
Yeah. And like, it's nice to just be able to watch it and go away and it's done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not having to do my homework on it. I'm not having to, keep track of it where it takes place within a time frame of other things and other
Yes.
projects. Like, I can just watch this and just, take it for what it is and move on. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it's simple. And I don't mean that in a bad way,
Yeah.
but like, it's just kind of refreshing to just watch the movie, enjoy it, and then not have to think about it after.
Yeah, totally. You don't have to
Like,
speculate anything.
Yeah.
It's nice. And this is not a spoiler or anything, but there's no post credits.
Yeah, no post-credit scene. It ends.
It ends.
And like, I don't know.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it really was. Like, I mean, I don't want to sound like spoiled because like, oh, everything fits together and it's all like, it's I do love all that stuff, but it's just nice to be able to just have a movie and not have to worry about how it ties into everything and theorizing about it. Like, I have no theories. I have maybe like one theory. Maybe. I haven't even thought it through, but like I maybe have one theory about like something in this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe, But like I don't know. We watched it. It was fun. That was it. There you go. Maggie, was there anything in the
chat? There's a lot to catch up on in chat, but I'll try to
Oh, you're good. You're
go
good.
through it quick. Let's see. Well, I'm not bringing up that bucket again. Travis says, I'll be seeing Modern Web tomorrow after getting a root canal. Oh, God bless you.
I mean, you're probably in the right headspace.
And I imagine this will be marginally less painful than that. Hearing a somewhat positive review is refreshing. And the first time I dropped in, I said Madam Web looked like an NBC show from 2005 that got canceled after 6 episodes. Did it feel anything like that? I think we answered your question.
Yeah.
Hello, Game City Savior. Sorry
Game City
about
Savior,
saying
what's up?
hello late, man. And Travis also said, as bad as some of Sony's films always end up looking forward to the next one.
Mm.
I mean, it does pique your curiosity a bit. You
Yeah.
know, like, ooh, what are they going to do?
Will they get it right this time?
Will they ever get it right? Eric says, so above or below the Marvels, since both had really bad reactions by the public, what's your ranking on Sony Spider-Man spinoffs?
So I'm glad you brought that up, Eric.
Yes.
We do have a list. We're not going to use that list though
No.
of non-MCU Marvel films
Yes.
because it's really just based off memory, and like we haven't done a complete rewatch of those, and I like legitimately ranked them. So, but I think we can kind of give a similar response to that. So
Yeah.
I would say me personally, I would say I liked the Marvels a little bit more than
Yeah,
this.
same here.
Like-
Which I have a soft spot for Miss Marvel and
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Like the dynamics between the three of them, even though that's not a lot in the movie of the Marvels, but anytime they're all like working together or what's it called, like training together and stuff, like I really enjoy all that stuff. Now the stuff with like Nick Fury and the cats and stuff, even though that stuff's fun, like
yeah.
it's pretty throwaway, like at the end of the day, you know.
Mhm.
But I would say that the Marvels itself is just a better movie than Madam Web.
Yeah.
But I don't think Madam Web is nearly as bad as it's getting trashed.
No.
Like the fact that people are saying it's like the worst fucking movie ever made is
not.
insane to me.
I was thinking about this today, about whenever we started talking about this part. I have seen movies
Yeah.
where like either the director or whatever died while making a film.
Like AI.
Well, not AI necessarily, but like there's one that comes to my mind back when I was a kid. It was some guy's version of Aladdin. And
Okay.
the guy that animated it died while he was like fixing it up and stuff.
Okay.
I have watched that unfinished animation.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many worse things to watch. You know?
Like, I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, I can think of, I mean, you know, there's, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything right off the bat that I would say it's better than.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as like the Sony level of stuff, like I would say I'd probably put Venom at number 1.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then this would be number 2.
Yes.
And then the other 2 I would just pass on.
Yeah. We still haven't watched Morbius. We watched Let There Be Carnage, and we absolutely hated it.
I hated Let There Be Carnage. Like, to me, Let There Be Carnage was much more egregious just because they completely, like, it was all over the place tonally.
Yeah.
You know? And whereas this movie is what it is, like, even if they wanted to change Carnage, right? If they wanted to make him like less sadistic, or if they wanted to make him more comical, or you know, whatever, and like when Venom is out like doing like DJ stuff, you know, like if they wanted to do stuff like that, that's fine, but like tonally it should make sense, and like it's just, it doesn't, like throughout the whole movie. It's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I think like them trying to act like it tied back into the MCU is just like that annoys me, you know. We still haven't watched Morbius yet, but I imagine I like this more than Morbius, more than likely.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that I would like Morbius
that one
more.
clip we saw from Morbius that showed Matt Smith as a vampire
Yeah.
briefly. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. And just what's his name? Jared Leto.
Yes.
Like he's like, hey, I'm just kidding. It's just your pal, Dr. Morbius.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really don't want to watch that, you know.
No.
But no, I mean it's, you know, I don't. It's better than Elektra.
We're giving Travis hope that it's better than Morbius and Let There Be Carnage.
I mean, to me, it is.
It is.
I think it's easily better than Let There Be Carnage.
Eric, I love how you put me in 2004, leaving the movie theater stoked. Right about now, the folks
out now. That just makes me think of the Digimon movie.
Travis also said, I got to see Spider-Man 3 on my 9th birthday, I think. And I remember being devastated that Harry died, and I was dead silent the next day at school.
I'm going to say something controversial. I think I would say I like this more than Spider-Man 3.
I could say that because that movie's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Like,
and also,
it's got some good stuff, but it's just a mess.
It's a mess.
And
because
like,
they're just pushing Sam Raimi in the
yeah.
And he already had like a plan, and they're like, no, screw your plan. You got to do this and this. And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna screw it all.
Yeah. And like, I feel like just the way that they handle like Peter going bad as like a joke. Like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just not the right call. You know, it's just, I don't know. But at the same time, that's my preconceived notions from the shows and from the comics.
Yeah.
So like, I could see like other people not feeling like that was out of place. Whereas with Madam Web, the only connection I have with the character was from the animated series. And this is very much not that.
No.
But I do like this version.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this take on it.
I mean, like, yeah, that the only exposure we had to Madam Web before this was the animated show in the 90s. And so, like, in our mind, it's always been Madam Web as an old lady.
Right.
Sitting in his chair with his really weird-ass dress on, you know, with a bunch of spider webs around her. So, like, whenever it was first announced, I was like, how are they going to make this movie? This old lady.
Yeah.
Like, in this... Dakota Johnson, I know she was already tied to it at the beginning of it, whenever they announced it. I was like, she gonna play an old lady? Like, how's this gonna work? But it works.
Yeah. I will say I think as far as like negative stuff on it, I think the very ending, which I'm not going to talk about, obviously, but I'm just going to say I think the ending kind of falls flat for me a little bit. Like it just feels not. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this because obviously I don't want to spoil anything, but it just feels a bit not rushed. It's not that it's rushed. It's just that it's kind of
Predictable.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like I don't know. It really felt like Dakota Johnson. This was the ending's the only time I felt like she literally didn't give a shit about anything.
I think she did.
You know, like that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
She's probably just done with it by then. She's like, this is the last thing I've got to
But
film.
like, because it's like I can't tell if she's even acting. You know,
I think she's just talking.
Like, because to me, it seems like she's about to laugh almost everything she's saying. You know, but like she just thinks this is really stupid. You know, and I mean, it is what it is. But like, I would say that there's like one part where I don't really think this is a spoiler, so I'll leave it as vague as I can. But at one point, Dakota Johnson and the three girls split up.
Mm.
And like that was like the first time that I felt like the movie was making a stupid choice.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, they had me, but now they don't. That's what he told
me.
I
was like, I can buy the choices that have been made so far, but like that choice just felt really stupid.
Yeah, it was.
And like it was only to make the plot go forward. As far as the bad guy, again, I don't have any any prior knowledge of this guy. I know he's been in the comics and stuff, and that he doesn't dress like Spider-Man. But I mean, I kind of liked it that he dressed like Spider-Man. I mean, like even if that's dumb, maybe it is. I don't. But like, I liked it.
And also, well, his outfit's based on other things in the movie.
Yes, yeah. Like I will say, it does make more sense within the context of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'll say that about everything. Like, any of like the spider things that are being referenced, like, it makes sense within the context of the movie. It's not just this movie's version of like Spider-Man's story. Like, to me, I can see like where this could happen, almost like how Blue Beetle could happen within the same universe as like Man of Steel. You know?
Yeah.
Like, even though they're very different, like, nothing about it feels like that, like, oh, well, this beetle existing is, like, so outrageously different from the Man of Steel universe, you know? And so, like, the way they set up Madam Web and, like, the powers and stuff that happens in the movie, like, it feels like it makes sense within the universe. If there was, like, if this did ever connect to a Spider-Man universe, it wouldn't feel out of place.
Yeah.
To me, anyway.
Yeah. Eric asked, let's see, Sydney Sweeney's performance award winner performance or meh?
I would say more than meh.
Yeah, it's more than meh.
I wouldn't say it's award winning.
No.
I think she does a really good job.
Yes, she does.
Honestly, I think all three of the teams like do a really good job.
Excuse you,
like, I think the only one, I can't think of her name. She's a bit over the top.
Yeah.
Like, just she's kind of like mad.
Yeah.
A lot, and like,
sorry,
it almost teeters into what's the word? Like, I'm trying to think of the word. Like, we're generic, you know. Whereas like Sydney Sweeney, I feel like she does a good job of like her character being somewhat dumb, but kind of like shy, but also
she's
like
naive.
Naive, kind of worried, and like they all just come across as very earnest teenagers.
Yes.
In the most like, and they can be super annoying, but they're not annoying in a God, I wish this character would go away. They're annoying in a this is exactly what a freaking 15-year-old would be doing at this time. You know.
Also, Travis said, "Let There Be Carnage" was so bizarre on rewatch. It legit feels like the jokes / humor was written by a computer trying to emulate what makes people laugh.
Yeah, honestly, yes, I completely 100% agree with that. It's all over the place. It just makes. I don't know. It's like it's trying so hard to be two very different movies at the same time, and neither of them are good. So they're just both really bad.
I just remember us sitting there watching it. We're like, why has this been made? Why are we watching this right now?
Well, it's a good thing we didn't pay for it. But no,
What'd you
just
say?
leave it at that. Any other comments to catch up on?
Let's see. And Travis says, in terms of the future, I do think there's something compelling about a character who loses her ability to live life, but can see the potential of lives of others around her, helping them to do so.
Yeah.
And Game City Savior said, I didn't watch the movie, but I'm pretty sure the end was odd because whatever opened
Ending
they had was closed, locked up.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I get what you're saying, and we'll talk about it in spoilers.
And then Eric said Helen Mirren as Madam Web, I think, would make it more accurate.
I mean, she did Shazam too, so I guess anything's possible, you know.
I thought, I mean, this lady's not with us no longer on this earth. Rest in peace, Betty White. But
Betty White could have been, and I could see her being like the future version of this.
Yes.
You know, like I think she could have nailed that. I mean, honestly, like if we never get the old lady Madam Web, I'm okay. Like,
I'm fine too.
Like, I think it's fine. I mean, you know, she's a cool character, but like, especially when you start delving into like the web of life and destiny and shit, like that stuff gets so murky so quick. And then you're also trying to you know, straddle that line along with like the multiverse of the MCU, and it's a lot to deal with. But I think it can work. Anything else we want to talk about the movie before we get into spoilers? I will say the end credits song is the most insane.
Okay, this whole soundtrack to this movie is the most confusing. Yes. Like at one point they did nail it. Like, hey, yeah, that's music from 2004. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess there was one.
Yeah. Two. There's two.
But most of the time it's music from like
oh yeah, High School Maggie been into this. And then
most of the time it's mid-90s.
Yeah, we're like, why mid-90s?
And late 80s.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't know if they really knew when this was going to take place until after they landed on 2004. But like, because the music choices are just everywhere. I won't tell you what the ending song is. We'll talk about it in spoilers, but it's so random. And like, it's not random in like a, it's not random in like a, like, oh my God, it's blowing my mind how random. It's random in like a legitimate, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why this? Yeah. Like, it's not like a bad song or anything. It's just
like, it just
never in a million years.
Yeah.
You know?
Game City Savior, I don't see your comment about Sydney Sweeney.
It might have got auto blocked, possibly.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
It does it weird sometimes.
Like sometimes if certain words are flagged, I don't know if yours had any of those words in it, but
review.
But sometimes it just auto blocks it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't have that. Like, there's not really a setting for us. We have it just on strict to where like people can't get in and like start dropping like a bunch of hate and speech and stuff. But still, like, usually it gives us a chance to check it out. So all I can say is maybe just reword it in some way and try again. But also, like, I know the thing, like, if you try and post a comment too quickly, that the system will also see that.
I think it's spamming it.
Yeah. So even though we know you're not, that could be why it's doing that also. I don't know. YouTube gets weird sometimes, man.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't. Yeah. It's never popped up.
So
I don't know.
I see here Travis Mitchell says, the rumors were this was meant to be set in the universe of one of the 3 Spider-Men, but they realized they messed up the timeline and had to change it. I could see that. I think the only one I'm okay. I would say it's most certainly, definitely not set in any of them. But if they did retcon it into one, the only one that it would make sense would be the Tom Holland universe.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one that would make sense. And even then, I still don't necessarily think it would work, because 2004 is when this movie takes place. And like we find Peter in Civil War in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 12 years after this. So, yeah. We'll talk spoilers. Not that there's really a spoiler in regards to this, but
No.
we'll tell you some more about like the timeline stuff. So, I think we've said a lot of what we needed to say, but I would say that if you saw the trailer for this and you had any inkling that it might be worth watching, I would say go check it out.
Yeah, go for it.
If you like superhero films and you're just wanting a movie to watch, I think you should watch it. I think that, that there's a lot worse movies. I think the internet has been way too hard on this one. I think that the fact that it's got like a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes is insane.
Ridiculous.
And it's not, I don't know. I think it does nothing so egregious that it makes me like hate it at all. Like I said, I give it a 3, like I liked it. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. Maybe, if it goes on sale for $4.99, I might buy it, but like, it was fun enough. And if it was on somewhere, like if I was like waiting in the, for my car to get fixed and it was playing, like, I'd be like, oh, cool. Like there are worse things that could be on, know?
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, I know that's not like a ringing endorsement. So I mean, feel free to not go like watch it in theaters or anything, but I definitely don't think it's one that you should avoid at all costs. Like it was a good time. What?
It's just Eric said, I'll spoil the end credit song is Bop by Hanson.
It's almost would make as much sense as that being the end credit song.
Yes. And Travis Mitchell said, I'm okay with Adam Scott as Tom Holland's Uncle Ben.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
So we'll get into spoilers. So everybody, here comes spoilers. I can't believe Madam Web was dead the whole time.
There's your alert. If you don't want to know anything, get out of here.
Oh, sorry. Are they gone?
Yeah.
I can't believe Madam Web was dead the whole time. The end credit song was the Cranberries. All my life is changing every day in every possible way. That's Cranberries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. From You've Got Mail. That's where I know it from.
Like me, I was like, what?
And like it's right after this epic ending of like a future vision of like the girls in their like spider outfits and stuff, and then it just like hard cuts, does like the visual effect, and then it's like oh my life. It's so fucking weird. Okay, so spoiler section. I think the ending when first off, Madam Web gets turned blonde.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, that's part of it.
Also, we have a question. Is she really
We don't know if she's paralyzed. Because like
in a wheelchair.
Unless we missed it. Unless like they showed it and we missed it. Because she does have a fall into the water. And
I mean it.
Yeah.
I think.
And like it could paralyze her. But they make it very known that she's blonde. Like they make that very much in your face. You see the like the firework that makes her blonde. Like, I'm sorry, it sounds stupid when I say it out loud that it was a firework that makes her blonde. But like, so we see the scars, like they show her in the hospital and stuff, and then like the next scene she's in a wheelchair and like rolling around, and it's like, well, I don't know if like she had to, like, if she's just blonde, she doesn't have to be in a wheelchair. So I'm assuming she's paralyzed, but I don't know. I don't know. So But anyway, they show that, and then it shows like this future vision, and that's the part that kind of reminds me of the Birds of Prey show,
Yeah.
in an endearing way. But like, it also shows Dakota Johnson as like an ethereal Madam Web that's like also fighting by their side, and like that part was kind of
some rad sunglasses there too, man.
I just didn't like her being there, like, spiritually with them. Like, I don't know. I just felt like you didn't have to do that. Like, I feel like she was kind of playing the same role as, like, Babs.
Yeah.
You know, as, what's it called?
Paraplegic.
No, I'm sorry. Like, her name. Oracle.
Oh, Oracle. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's kind of the role she was fulfilling, you know? And so, like, she didn't have to be in the field as, like, an astral projection form, you know? I just feel like that was just kind of unnecessary. I think one of the things that got an eye roll from Maggie and me to an extent, like, I don't think it was as egregious, but how they bring in with great power comes great responsibility. Like, I mean, it's fine.
He called it. He's like, they're gonna say it.
I do. They're gonna say it,
they're
but like
say it.
when they say, I don't forget how they word it. Do you remember? It's like when you have this great power.
They don't really. Say
there's a responsibility. Yeah, it's like God. I can't remember how
or something like that.
Like, I forget what it is, but like
they don't flat out say it like Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Like, they reword it like
yes. But it's not
so
like
obvious.
It's not as bad as like in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies when he's like when they use like 12 words to say it instead of 3. You know, he's like, your father thought that if you had a lot of the ability to take care of things, then you had a duty to make sure you did those things for the good of all, you know? Like, it's like, how can we say this? Like, they just pumped it into a thesaurus and just got out every word different, you know? I think I like the subplot of Mary.
Yes.
You know, and like
Emma Roberts, man.
Yeah, Emma Roberts is Peter's mom.
Yeah.
Totally down with that. I thought that was cool. Yeah. And like, you know, we did get Peter Parker. A little tiny baby Peter Parker, which they never say his name, right? Nope. They never say Peter. No. So there's plausible deniability. I do like, honestly, I know people are gonna be like, oh yeah, it's Uncle Ben's work friend or whatever. Like, that's what this movie's about. Yeah. Like, I think the way they handled Uncle Ben was good.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I thought that, you know, it could have just been a nonchalant, oh yeah, here's my partner, his name's Ben Parker. Yeah. You know, but like, he's an actual character. Yeah. And like, I feel like Adam Scott does a good job.
Yeah, he does.
And like, he's actually involved in the story throughout the movie.
And she asked him, like, kind of at the beginning, she's like, oh, you seeing someone?
Yeah. Which implies that they had something. Yeah. I feel like they had like a fling, and then it was kind of done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. And she's like, what's her name?
Yeah.
And like,
he never
says May. Yeah. Never, but she's like, oh, it must be serious.
Which I could see, like, okay, so kind of touching back, I feel like it does kind of make sense for him to be Tom Holland's Uncle Ben. Mm-hmm. I think that the only thing that kind of falls apart there is Peter is born in this movie, and it's set in 2004.
Yeah.
So he'd only be 12 when it comes to Civil War.
Yeah.
I feel like that obviously makes it not work.
Yeah.
Even though they also said that there was 8 years between 2012 and Homecoming. Because Zendaya, or not Zendaya, but the Vulture's daughter.
Yeah.
Like, drew that picture, and like, if they're really going by the 4 years that it had been, then she would have been like 12 drawing this like 3-year-old's artwork of the Avengers, you know. But I mean, and they also said that was, you know, this is just kind of a mess up, you know, they didn't mean to. But no, like, I you know, I think I don't know, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I thought, like, I love how it was kind of like a Final Destination, where like she would keep seeing like shit go wrong, and then she would try again to do it different and better. Yeah. And like, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it never got me, and I don't know if it was supposed to like be like, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, you thought this was really happening, but it turns out it was just a vision. Like,
Yeah.
no, when everyone dies every time, like I don't think it was supposed to get you. Like,
No.
oh, how the fuck is the movie going to continue?
Yeah.
Everybody's dead.
No.
Oh, it was just a vision. Like, I don't think that was
No.
the point of what they were doing.
No.
It does make more sense why everybody would think Spider-Man's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Because this fuck has been running around dressed as fucking evil Spider-Man,
Which his suit is based off of the Amazon or Peruvian spider people.
Yeah.
That live out there.
Which fits.
Yeah.
Within the context of the film.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. Like, I kind of like that they had like the ropes and stuff around them, like they were painted red, and like
they had the black strings on them like a web.
Yeah, like I like that. I think that kind of helped lend itself to making more sense within this world. And I could see how if this spider exists in the Amazon, that Oscorp or whoever making the genetically altered spider or the radioactive spider, whatever the case may be, that like even trying to like scientifically remake this spider that exists in the wild, and like that kind of makes more sense as to why they would even be thinking, oh, let's make a super spider, well, we're trying to recapture like what this fucking shit is in the wild, It's kind of like making dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, like it just makes a little more sense as to why someone would actually be trying to do that. Again, I don't think this is actually going to tie on to anything, and that's fine. I don't think it needs to. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like you said, I forget what her name is, but May Parker, who plays her.
Oh, that's not May.
Or I'm sorry, Mary Parker. Sorry,
Emma Stone.
Yeah,
not Emma Stone. Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. I thought she did a great job, and her and Ben playing off of each other, which we never see. We never see Ben's brother, because she's his sister-in-law.
Oh, I thought that was his sister.
No, because then her last name wouldn't be Parker.
Oh yeah, that is true. My bad.
No,
didn't even.
It's okay. No worries.
I gotta catch up chat real quick.
Yo.
Travis said, was there a moment in the film where it actually sparked any early 2000s nostalgia for you guys? If so, what was it? There's two songs. There was Toxic by Britney Spears.
Oh yeah.
And then Scandalous played, and I was just like jamming to Scandalous.
I forgot about Toxic playing.
Yeah.
It also plays Breakfast at Tiffany's. Like, that was another song. And Four Non Blondes plays, which again, like, is not like, they're all over the place with the soundtrack if they're trying to capture the early odds,
And then about the Cranberry song, we got a few comments about it. Travis said, if someone's first job was at a grocery store, I love Dreams by Cranberry.
Dreams, that's what it was.
But I do like its usage in the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank.
We still have not watched that one. Maggie.
Travis also said, oh, I thought you were saying she was blonde. Haha, like it was a big reveal at the end that she was dyeing her hair.
Oh, no.
And Game City Savior asked, was that Cranberry song on the one from the anti-drug commercial back in the day? Which, Travis, I agree with you. I think it was Zombie for the drug commercial.
And you say, it's not me, it's not my mind, in your head,
Okay. And Travis said, I don't have a problem with Ben rewording it. He was at a different time in his life and hadn't contextualized it.
Oh, it's not Ben.
Oh.
That says it.
No, it's not Ben. I think he means in Amazing.
When Ben uses it again. Oh.
And Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I think that's when it popped up, was when you were talking about
gotcha. The way he says it in that one.
And he also said, I'm relieved to hear Adam Scott and Emma Roberts aren't just cameos in the movie.
Full characters. Especially Ben.
Game City Savior said, I basically said just because Sydney knows how to cry doesn't make her a perfect actress. She's just kind of cute, even though she appears like she's been up for 78 hours.
Oh my God, Game Suit Savior.
Golly.
No, I mean,
First cut is the deepest.
I don't think she's. I mean, I haven't really. I don't think I've seen her in anything but this.
I don't think so.
But I mean, she does a good job in it. I mean, I don't think she's like a perfect actress either. I don't think she's a bad actress. Like, she does a really good job. Yeah. She comes across like a 16-year-old teenager that's annoying as shit sometimes, you know. But like, she's also very earnest in like being scared of, you know, and like feeling alone. And like, she captures the teen angst. You know,
looking across the diner at a bunch of basketball players.
Yeah. Like, and there's just enough of that it doesn't get annoying, but it does really fulfill the fact that that's who they are. And the fact that the Madam Web fucking hates them, like, it just makes that work so much better. She's like, I'm not kidnapping you.
Yeah. Well, unlike when she gets them and she's mad at them, and they're like, but we thought, she said, no, you about got yourselves killed.
Yeah.
She's like, and you didn't listen to me. So yeah, and Sydney Sweeney says, yeah, I'm so sorry. She said, you should be so sorry, and shuts the cab window.
Yeah. I will say, all the times that Madam Web steals cars is funny.
Yes.
Like, of course. Do you want to talk about the driving thing? You can talk about it if you want to.
If you cut out all non-car driving scenes.
This is the worst critique of this movie.
It's not a critique. I was trying to make a joke.
It feels like you're like trying really hard to shit on this. And you're just like, man, they drive a lot of this movie.
Dakota Johnson drives a whole lot in this movie. She could drive an ambulance.
What is this, Gran Turismo or something?
It's Fast and Furious.
They wish. Now, when she decides to leave the girls at the campfire
with a bag of jerky.
Yeah, that was the first time I was like, okay, that's stupid. Like, that's a dumb choice. And then when she also chooses to leave them for a week so she can go to the Amazon, and they're just staying at Ben's house.
Yeah.
Like, for a week that these girls are missing. Like, that's also a bit stupid. But
it's far-fetched.
Yeah. But, you know, other than that, it's fun. Like, you know, I don't think it was so dumb.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun, you know. Honestly, as far as like the nostalgia for the early 2000s, like, for real, the whole movie to me just feels like a movie made in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And like, that's what makes it nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
You know. And like, it's not great, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd rank it higher than, I mean, I'd put it higher than like Thor: The Dark World and Thor.
Yes.
And probably, well, definitely Secret Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like, I'd probably put it above Black Widow.
Yes. I can't remember what came.
I can't think of anything else either. I mean, I would not put it above Incredible Hulk.
Mm-mm. No.
That's probably about where I would tap it out.
Oh, sorry.
So, there you go. That's it.
That's it.
So yeah. Let us know in the comments in the chat if you have watched it, what you thought about it. I'm definitely curious. I just don't get why everybody's like shitting all over it. It just doesn't. Don't get me wrong, it's not a fantastic movie, but I feel like it doesn't deserve all the hatred that it's getting.
Gamesy Sayer, you just killed me. He said Madam Web's supposed to be sitting. That's why she's in so many car seats. Yes.
And they did try really hard to make her wheelchair in front of the window look like her big ass chair.
Yes.
From like,
yeah, good God, man.
Dude, like, oh my God. It's, yeah. But I liked it. I thought it was fun. I hope they didn't spend a lot of money on it. Like, if this was made for $40 million, I would believe it. I think I heard it was made for $150 million. And if that's the case, they did way overspend.
Yeah.
Like, 150 is way too much. If they could have made this for like 40 or 50, I think that they'd be knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
But if it was what I've heard is like 150, and if it was, that's
No.
unfortunate because it definitely won't make that back. Nor does it necessarily deserve to. Like it deserves to hit 50 or 100. Like I'd be okay if it hit 100. I don't think it definitely, if it did 1 billion, I'd be pretty pissed off.
God.
I'd be like, why is this? But I kind of feel like the same way I felt when everybody shit all over what was that other movie that everybody was crap? Well, I guess the Marvels, but also like Thor: Love and Thunder. Like everybody was ripping that to shreds, and I really didn't feel like it was a bad movie. And Quantumania, I mean, I didn't think it was a terrible movie, and everybody was like, it was the fucking worst thing Marvel's ever made. It's like, I don't think it is, but I'm not saying it's the best, but shit.
Travis, I love your question. I just now caught it, and I'm so sorry to read it. He said, please tell me Master Splinter appears from the campfire and starts talking to them, only to realize he showed up in the wrong fire. That's so great, man. And then he said, I'd love in the sequel if they just leave Madam Web in an arcade. She thinks she's actually driving, but they plopped her in the crazy taxi arcade seat next to a kid picking his nose.
That's fucked up.
That is pretty messed up.
Because she's blind. Like,
yes,
that's...
I know.
Jesus. Fuck.
But you know what? She probably has the high score.
I mean, she got a lot of practice into this movie. Also, it's not getting a sequel. Like,
no, there's no way.
There's no way, man. I wish. Well, no, I don't wish that it would. I think we're fine with this being a one and done. But like, there's no way. There's no way this gets a sequel. No. There's no way, right?
No.
That's why I think you're crazy thinking that Madam Web will be even, like, you said number 1, right?
Yeah.
There's no way, Maggie. There's no way.
I'm hoping our positivity creates a wave.
Yes. Like maybe the backlash of people hating against it. Yeah, we'll see.
That's what I'm trying to calculate.
Now let's get out of the spoiler zone. And we're back, everybody. Spoilers are done. We had a lot of fun in the spoiler section, so if you did have to skip it, we would definitely suggest coming back after you've watched the movie to be able to check it out, because I think we had a lot of fun talking about it. But now it is time to get into the ranking for spring 2024. Currently, our rankings are at number 2, Argyle, and at number 1, Lisa Frankenstein. I think this is pretty easy. Maggie, where do you want to put Madam Web?
Number 3.
I agree. I think number 3, not that it's bad, but we really enjoyed Argyle.
Yeah.
I think Sam Rockwell alone elevates it above this.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if, well, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's not going to be a banger coming out. And I don't know, because we've got Kung Fu Panda 4, Dune 2, Godzilla X Kong. Unless that movie sucks, which I don't think it will. But unless that movie sucks, I think Madam Web will probably end up being on the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if The Last Airbender is a piece of shit, like that could get lower.
Zaddy's in it.
Yeah, but I have heard people saying negative things.
What else
just because no, well, it's because they're apparently like simplifying some of the character stories.
Well, they have to if they're doing the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. We don't have to get into it.
I mean,
but
yeah,
we'll see.
It'll probably annoy me too, but like, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's an adaptation.
Yeah,
it doesn't take away from the movie or the show that already exists.
Because I'm pretty certain we own the whole entire series.
We do. I think we own it twice, honestly.
Yeah, and like, it's a lot. There's a lot of details if you watch the animated series. So,
Game City Saver in the chat says, "Madam Web in Secret Wars?" ? No. I don't think so.
No.
I think if Sony was able to convince Kevin Feige to cram one of their characters into Secret Wars, it would be Venom. Yeah. And unless for some reason Kevin Feige just wants to have everybody in it, then that's the only thing I can think of. Like if they're going for like a Flash situation where it's like just, oh, here's these random ass worlds that everybody's forgotten about, and like they just want those like every character to pop up,
Yeah.
like Venom and Carnage and Morbius and Madam Web and all that. Like I could see that, but I just don't think they're gonna want that.
Yeah.
But as far as like, does she need to be in it? No, I don't think so. No. I'd be much more excited for the 3 Spider Women to show up. I'd be much more excited for Miles Morales, the animated Miles Morales, to be in it as an animated character. Like,
yes,
I don't even care that he'd be animated in this. Like, I mean, fucking Howard the Duck's in the MCU, you know? Like, and let him look the exact same. That's who they need to put into Secret Wars. All right, fuck Venom, fuck all the live action Sony stuff.
We need Howard the Duck.
No, we need Miles Morales, animated Miles Morales.
We need Howard the Duck.
God damn it, Maggie. And Spider-Gwen. Can you imagine if the Across the Spider-Verse cast showed up to help fight in whatever the hell Secret Wars is? That'd be fucking rad as shit.
It would be pretty cool.
I'd be so down for that. You kidding me? An X-Men 97 could show up.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. If you had to connect this from Travis Mitchell, if you had to connect this with Spider-Man films down the line, how would you like to see it done? I would personally, I would prefer this be its own new Spider universe.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could retcon it to connect to any of the Spider-Mans if you really wanted it to. It wouldn't necessarily make sense year-wise, but that's never stopped anything before. But I would like to personally just see like what this universe grows into. I think that would be a more fun way to go about it. I could see this connecting to Venom, you know, like I could see that happening. You know, because, well, never mind. I don't want to necessarily get into spoilers, but yeah, I could see that. That's how I'd want them to go about it, more than trying to tie into current continuity of anything.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Travis Mitchell again. Dr. Morbius is a doctor who also can't walk, so perhaps Madam Web ends up in his care, seeing who he is, his place in the web of destiny or whatever, that he, Venom, have to help Spider-Man, possibly. Because, of course, we know Madam Web in the comics ends up in a wheelchair. Or super chair. I don't really know if it's, you know, it's a big chair.
Big chair.
And she's got like the one slithering leg, you know. The best place for these characters to pay off is probably in Beyond the Spider-Verse's cameos. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd totally agree with that. I think Sony's definitely going to want to keep them all together.
Yes.
You know, well, I think Kevin Feige is going to want Sony to keep all their characters together, just not, you know, just stay over there.
He wants to deal with Amy Pascal right now.
So, okay, one last thing before we get out of here. There was one tiny piece of Spider-Man stuff that was said. Apparently, the deal is that anytime Spider-Man is used in a Marvel film for the MCU, that the MCU owes them a character appearance from the MCU. So, Doctor Strange appearing in the No Way Home, like that would be a version of that. Nick Fury in Far From Home, and of course Tony Stark. So the fact that there's been 3 Spider-Man movies, but only 2 Spider-Man and Avenger movies, still implies that we're going to get another Spider-Man appearance in the MCU. Of course, I mean we all figured that, and even the last deal that they did was supposed to be for one more Spider-Man, one more MCU Spider-Man. Yeah. And we just still haven't got that yet. Apparently, the original thing was for him to appear in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness before they got flipped. And so that's possibly why we haven't seen him. Anyway, that's it, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed this. Fell. Oh, no, it was just that. Next week, we'll be talking about something. We don't know what yet. Maybe Avatar, if we've watched all of it. But either way, we'll have a good time next week. So everybody, be sure and come back. Remember, we'll be back again tomorrow night with Going Back to Smallville, our weekly Smallville podcast, where we rewatch every episode of Smallville. And then on Wednesday, God willing, we will be live with super nice playback. We've missed the past 2 weeks, just baby stuff.
Exhausted.
We'll see. Maybe we'll be back on Wednesday. So the best way to find out is to, of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel keep an eye out for the posts about all of that. We try and keep you updated every day. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome like these fine folks did. And remember, you can also get a verbal shout out for being our producer of the month, just like Strange Marvel Theories. Thank you for being our producer. You can also get exclusive content like movie commentaries, all kinds of fun stuff. You'll love it. And there's that whole Amazon thing that I mentioned earlier. So don't forget, you can also do that, even if you're just buying your own Amazon stuff.
Sorry.
All right, no, you're
I
fine.
had a baby spit up.
Oh no. Oh, Henry. But that's gonna wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks everybody in chat for talking it out with us. We appreciate everybody. With the questions about Madam Web. And just everybody being like actually wanting to, not shit all over it. Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was worried based on everything we've seen on the internet that we'd get a lot of trolls in here, but
Yeah.
I like how everybody was very much just interested in wanting to know, is Madam Web actually bad? And the truth is,
Not really.
it's not. It's decent. It's not great, but it's decent. But that's gonna wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.